This is a city at the edge of the world. Perhaps its leading edge. This is a city where people tell me they work to live. And they do live fabulously well. This is Sydney, Australia. Scattered around its harbour, it's surely one of the most beautiful locations in the world. And perhaps an odd place to stick your criminals. Yet this town was frog-marched into existence as a British penal colony scarcely 200 years ago. Has this given it an identity crisis? I intend to explore a typical 24 hours in the life of a sun-kissed, wave-lapped, down-under metropolis. It's only 5 a.m. The sun picks out some landmarks, a harbour bridge, a pretty famous opera house. But Sydney is also on the ocean. It has over 70 major beaches right on its breakfast patio. And before they get into a business suit, Sydney-siders like to spend a couple of hours in a swimsuit. No wonder Sydney is regularly voted one of the top places to live in the world. Especially if you're a shark. And so, every morning, while others get ready to monitor the traffic, Mike Brown from Surfwatch goes up to assess the marine carnivore rush hour. Last year, there were 5 shark attacks in Sydney waters.
Mike, what sort of size of shark do you get in the harbour then?
Bull sharks come in each year around about this time to breed. On average, I'd say that each one's between about 2 and 3 metres long. But I tell you what, that's nothing compared to some of the sizes of great whites. I mean, so far this year, we've seen great whites that are more than 4.5 metres long. I mean, these things look like submarines in the water. You could just about land a chopper on the back of them. They're huge animals, absolutely huge.
Despite their size, a single shark is actually difficult to spot. So Mike looks for what the sharks are looking for. Huge shoals of fish, bait fish. Find one of these, and you may find something big and hungry lurking nearby.
Sydney-siders like to get up and about with the door.
Hang on, boys, we've got something to look at. I saw something over here, we're just going back.
All right, big bait fish schools directly below us now.
Yes,
okay.
I can see it. Yes, there, literally, like a big oval of fish.
6 miles south, we get to the famous surf beach at Bondi.
Where?
That's
there.
Great white right there.
Look at him,
Great
there.
white. Okay,
Look at him. My God.
This morning, a shoal of fish is extremely close to the surf line, and heading towards them is a solitary swimmer out for his morning dip.
We've got another huge bait fish school and a shark just here.
There.
Yep.
The fish are right where this guy is swimming towards.
Well, they're even closer, right on the shoreline there.
If he cracks on, he'll end up swimming straight through the middle of the shark's brunch.
That is an animal that can do you up in seconds.
Mike's going to let the guy know there's a shark here now.
Luckily, a large helicopter coming directly overhead alerts the swimmer. As for me, I feel safer in a cab. Taxi! There are hundreds of water taxis, thousands of pleasure craft, and more than a few kayaks here. The water may occasionally be a little unwelcoming, but you can't ignore it. Sydney is built on the world's largest natural harbour. There are over 300 kilometres of waterfront. But this is the astonishing first impression of Sydney. This is just a commuter point, a working ferry stop for a bus. But you come out into the essence of Sydney. It's like a little suburban paradise. 50,000 people will take a ferry today. to 650 separate official suburbs of Sydney. It's all strangely familiar. It's Finchley by the sea.
This is quite an eerie experience for a pom like me, because I'm now walking along a subtropical beach and cockatoos are flying overhead. But this place isn't really a costa or a corniche. It's a version of a British promenade or seafront. Somebody has actually dropped down a toilet block from Weymouth behind me. It's that municipal quality that really makes these places like a parallel universe.
It's like Britain through the looking glass. Even everyday Sydney municipal amenities seem special to me, like this pool. The ratepayer provides a bit of luxurious hedonism for everyone. Everyone, that is, except for the man who has to clean it.
Turn that anti-clockwise 50 times.
Firstly, the drain is opened and all the sand is scrubbed down and washed away. Ed cleans the McCullum outdoor saltwater pool every week. But this pool isn't exceptional. There are 150 public pools like this across town, all in pretty stunning locations. Meanwhile, I'm just about done. Having laboriously emptied this thing, we now have to fill it up with salt water straight from the harbour. The pool, though, is missing something vital as far as a lot of Sydney-siders are concerned: other people. Sydney is a matey type of town.
Wait for water. Go. 1.
It's 10 a.m, and this is more like it. The Icebergs Club is not just a dip, it's a social immersion. Competition is fierce, not just to win the race. In this pool, you have to prove yourself a reliable club man.
If you want to be a member here, you have to guarantee that you're going to turn up to take part in a race 3 Sundays out of 4 for 5 months during the winter season. You have to do that for 5 years in succession. Otherwise, you'll never make it as a life member of the Icebergs Club.
These swimmers, remember, are not on holiday. This is everyday life. Their pool is at the edge of the famous surf beach at Bondi. The surf may be free, the beach may be almost empty, but this swimming club provides mates. And it also seems to have a dress code, a very particular type of swimwear.
This is the very beach where I notice a lot of people wearing budgie smugglers now. They're fairly tight to Speedo. Well, the Speedo was actually invented for these beaches.
And the first person to wear them in public was arrested for indecency. It was a cliched, hardy Scotsman who came up with the idea in 1928.
To speed things up, see, Speedo? Get a bit of speed on.
As for me, I feel distinctly overdressed in my Cape Cod gingham pantaloons. The Icebergs is the only licensed winter swimming club in the world, hence the name and the ice in the opening ceremony of the winter swimming season.
Freezing cold! I haven't got the stamina to hold on to my ice for long enough to jump into the water. Keep that ice away from us!
Ice is above your head when you jump in. We don't want anyone to
Just mind they don't get in your pants.
The idea is to cool down the water, ready for winter training. And in case